right. Like Matthew McConaughey would probably say, right? All right. Welcome to Nash Talk. It's been a minute. Yeah, it is. And if you can see behind me, you can see the skyline of the world famous Nashville backdrop, right? Okay. Well, I'm actually not in Nashville tonight. I'm actually back in Detroit. However, I'm going to be speaking with somebody I'm bringing on right now from a band that's out of Southern Kentucky. They do covers, they do rock, and they just tear it up. And I got a gentleman tonight plays bass for them, and he's actually driving while we're talking. And tonight, so we're going to follow him around a little bit. And that's how we do it, kids. I mean, we just do it. It could be in a rooftop, it could be in a parking lot, it could be on the stage behind Tootsie's. We've done it everywhere, all kinds of different places with different people. So, and it seems like I get a bunch of bass players. And you know what? I just heard a great track called That Shine. He's going to talk about that and a whole bunch more. So let me bring him on. And from Tattered Sons, this is Derek Lester. All right. There he is. How you doing, brother?
Hey, how are you, man?
All right. Let me zoom in on us a little bit, see if I can bring us a full screen here. How's that? Looks good, huh? All right. Well, man, thank you for coming on tonight. I know we talked a little bit beforehand, and you're with the band, Tattered Sons, right? And you guys just did a big show. Where was that at again?
We just got back from Hog Rock in Cave Rock, Illinois.
Oh wow!
Great place, man. Yeah, we've been up at Hog Rock a few times. It's always a blast, always a good time. Lots of great people, great bands, just a good time all around, man. Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it. All right, yeah, could we put that on a Yelp or something?
Yeah.
So you're in your car right now. Now, where exactly are you on planet Earth? I mean, where are you in Tennessee or Kentucky right now?
I'm in Monticello, Kentucky, right here on the world famous Lake Cumberland, the 10th largest man-made lake in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of our claim to fame here in Monticello.
Monticello.
So, yeah, Monticello, Kentucky.
Monticello, Kentucky.
It's about this big.
It's about that. No, I don't know.
Well, I can't help it. That's the way God made me. The tail's pretty decent size too.
That's cool. So okay. So Monticello, where is that in conjunction with? I've probably been through it because I've been all over Kentucky. Where?
It's right on the Tennessee border. It's South Central Kentucky. It's just right above like Cookeville, Tennessee, Livingston, Tennessee, up above there. We're about 2.5 hours from Nashville.
2.5 hours. Yeah, I know where it's at. It's like east of the city. Yeah. About 90 miles or so, something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're just above Cookeville, about an hour and 15 minutes or something like that.
So you told me before we came on, we only talked for briefly a couple minutes. I just got back and I was outside and it's about 90 degrees out there, hot and a little muggy. So it's got to be warm where you're at.
It's I think it got up to like 94 today, and so it's about 98 with heat index. So it's about 98 degrees today.
Yeah, I think after 90, we don't really care about indexes and things like that.
Yeah. When I never understood that. They said that they'll say the temperature's 90, but it feels like 95. Then it's 95. You know what I mean? If it feels like it's 95, then it's 95.
Yeah, then it's 95. Man, what are you talking about? Why fight it, right? Yeah. I don't know. Well, my weather app keeps changing with all that technology. We don't want to get into all meteorologist stuff and all that kind of stuff. We want to talk about rock and roll and music and things like that. So you're a bass player. You've been playing bass for how long?
I started playing bass probably 40 years ago.
40 years ago.
Probably 40 years ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I should be a lot better than I am.
Well, that's cool. So So before you started with because I want to get to the how you got with the Tattered Son thing came along. So what did you like? Were you learning in school? Did somebody teach you? I mean, I've had.
No, man, I was self-taught. Like I
Oh
said,
wow.
I started playing bass when I was about 13,
Okay.
and I'm getting ready to turn 53. So
I just did the math in my head when you said
yeah.
13 and 40 years. I'm quick like that. But go ahead, keep going. You said it. I didn't want to say it.
So basically my whole life, you know what I mean?
Sure, that's good.
And I just started because I'll tell you, in 1980, a cousin of mine showed up, and he and his family traveled a lot, and they moved around all over the place. So I didn't get to see him a lot, but he was like, me and him were real close, and we just really enjoyed hanging out. And he turned me on to a band that I grew up listening to all the classics, Bob Seger, Foghat, Kid, all of it. But he turned me on to the Highway to Hell album, and it
ACD.
changed my life. When I heard Highway to Hell, it was over, man. I said, this is it. This is the greatest shit in the world. I don't know what it is, but this is the greatest thing ever. And I have been the biggest AC/DC fan. I just love everything AC/DC, particularly Bon Scott. I mean, I like the Brian Johnson stuff, but man, Bon Scott was just it. And so from then on, I said, this is what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to play this music, and I want to live this lifestyle. I want to do this. And I've been fortunate, man, to have done it. I've not been in no big world famous world touring bands, but man, I played in some great bands with some of the best musicians in the United States. Some of them even in the world. I mean, just some great guys. And and then of course life happens. So I had a family, I had to take care of my family and do the right thing, and I done all that. And I got to a point where, my kids are grown, and I retired from the job that I had, and I looked at my wife and I said, I want to get back to playing. And she said, yeah, that's what you need to do. So I grew my hair back out and jumped back in and decided to form Tattered Sons in 2019, and then things were starting to go pretty good, and then of course 2020 happened, and as we know, that just fucked everybody, and it still is, still is, and so we were doing pretty good whenever all that craziness happened. And then about 22, it was just things wasn't happening. I knew some changes had to be made. And I had met Tim Dial and Mark Alley on a previous show when I sat in and done a gig with another band. And, man, we just hit it off. So I was like, hey, making some changes in this band. I'd like for you guys to be a part of it, and they were all about it. So Tim came on as vocalist, Mark came on as drummer. Joe Morgan came on as guitar player, and J.W. Gregory, who's my stepson, my son. I raised him, so he's mine. I've had him since he was 5. He played guitar, and we just started doing it. And now JW is deployed over in the Middle East. He's deployed right now, so he'll be back hopefully about the end of the year. And so we've had a couple of guys who's been kind enough to help us out to fill in, and they're doing a wonderful job. So but yeah, we went up, we recorded an EP with Anthony Esposito back last July. Anthony played in Ace Frehley's band. He played with Lynch Mob. He played with Jakey Lee, in Red Dragon Cartel and all that. Great guy, great player, and done a great job producing. It's a lot of fun. It's hot as hell, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So in the almost 5 years you guys have been together, now that
Right.
one of your members has been deployed in active duty, um, which is, an honorable thing. I'm sure you guys are, pretty proud of him for that.
Absolutely.
I know that you guys have had, because I was looking at your roster earlier, you guys are playing all over like Tennessee, Kentucky, and a few other states I've noticed. I know you got something coming up on the 4th of July. But before we get to that point, I noticed you guys have quite a bit of songs out there. How many songs? Because I know you guys do covers, but you also do your originals. And I just played
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Well, we're an original band. But you got to do covers. You have to. You just and I like doing covers because these are songs that I grew up listening to and I love them, so they're fun. But we're basically an original band, and that's what makes it tough, because we've got I think 6 songs released right now, and we've got another one coming probably in the next couple of months, which will be the last one off of our EP. And then we'll go back in and we'll record, hopefully here before too very long. Maybe at the end of the year we'll be able to go record some more and get some more stuff out there. We're working on some video stuff right now.
Oh, really? Yeah, because I actually have a video I snagged of you guys performing. I'm going to play it, in a few minutes here, but just to give the audience a little bit of a taste of what you guys do. I listened to some of your recordings and just a really good job. Really good job.
Thank you, man.
And I'm a songwriter, but I've been a DJ with, events and clubs and radio, rock and roll stations in Detroit, major ones. So, I have that background where either if I can play it or I don't, that's how I decide. And I hear a lot of stuff in Nashville and everybody thinks their stuff is great. But I can tell you, man, there's a couple songs I was just like, yeah, it was really good. And, being covered, I was just thinking to myself today, one of my favorite bands, I'm a couple of years older than you, and one of my favorite cover bands of all time was Van Halen. So, every album had covers in it. And I don't know if people knew that. And Eddie could write anything. You can't get better than, that guy could shred anything.
Oh my God. Yeah, so many people miss Eddie's playing. They miss so much. Everybody talks about his lead work, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal. It changed the game, But his rhythm guitar playing and his chord voicings that he uses, to me, when I listen to the stuff, it just astounds me at how skilled this guy was. And the rest of the band, Michael Anthony and Alex Van Halen, my God. To hold all that together as a 3-piece musically, it's just amazing to me.
Oh, they could even sing. Nobody really realized that. It wasn't.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
They were great harmonies.
Michael Anthony's harmonies were phenomenal, but Eddie sang too, So
they did it all. So,
but that's what I'm talking about. That stuff right there is the stuff that I grew up on as well, and that's what I wanted to touch on with Tattered Sons. So, whenever I found guys that felt the same way, that got what I was saying, like people listen to our songs, and my favorite thing, I had somebody ask me a few years ago what we sounded like. And I said, we're the most familiar sounding band you've never heard.
The most familiar sounding. I love unique catchphrases. I really do. That was great.
We are. Our
you guys
songs
should put
are
that
the
in
most
there.
familiar sounding songs that you've never heard yet.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, you can hear the influence, which is fine. We're not ripping anybody off, but the influences are absolutely there. You can listen to anything we do and you can hear the influence. And to me, that's just a nod to all the people who came before us that we grew up on and that we listened to and we learned from. And, it's just our nod to them and just paying our respect and our homage to those guys.
Is that how you, when you come up with your originals, like, is there a particular song or songs? Do they all fit a particular mold, or are there some that are really, like Kiss? I remember they played, rock and roll all night in Detroit Rock City and everything else. And then I
Right.
know Eric Carr, he had to play, Beth, which,
Right.
they, but that became their single ballad that, got on the radio too. So you make these these left turns, and you do these things that you go backwards, sideways. But it seems like the tracks that I listened to, um, they were just like, yeah, these guys are really out to do something fun, and they can really grip you when you walk into the room. Like, wow, this is good stuff.
Well, thank you.
And so that's why I was really interested and eager to talk to you guys, because being down in Nashville, I see hundreds and hundreds of really motivated people and things like that, and some are phenomenal and some not so great. But that's when you do the comparisons, because you have the quality of music, and there's some people that just know how to put it together. Now, speaking of putting it together, and that just kind of came to me right now, because I know that some of the stuff sounded really good that I listened to. Like, I'm wondering who produced your stuff. Are you guys self-producing, or do you have somebody on the outside? You mentioned a couple of names, people that played with some pretty big acts like Lynch Mob, etc. So,
Well, Anthony helped. Anthony produced the 4 songs on the EP. Those songs are Backwoods, Mr. Big Shot, Your Love Is a Rumor, and That Shine. Backwoods and Your Love Is a Rumor was written about 1996. So they've been around. Mr. Big Shot was written in probably 2013 or 14. And then That Shine was written like probably 3 years ago. So the songs were already written, and then Anthony just kind of dialed them in.
Anthony
Esposito.
Okay. So I know another producer named Anthony too. I didn't answer, but okay, Esposito. So, because he did a really nice job. I mean, the production, quality is pretty good. I was just like, wow, because that's another way you can tell who's doing what well. And so tell Anthony, I think he did a nice job, and that's really cool, because if you're just going to be a band in a place, that's fine. But if you really want to put stuff out there, even if it's online, it's gotta really grab you now more than ever. And I think, like I said, some of the things that jumped out at me, and I'm like, wow, I guess that's why when you go to these locations, I'm sure you guys have got a pretty nice following of people when you go to these places.
Yeah, we do, man. I mean, we're blessed. We are. We're blessed because it's so hard now. Like you said, I mean, there's so much stuff out there. I mean, I don't know. There's probably 50 or 60,000 songs released every day.
At least.
And I mean, it's tough to stand out in that. And
sure.
and it's the old way of doing things is done. It's not going to happen again. There's not going to be any more, sign-on money. There's not any of that stuff. There's no upfront money. We have, it's all on us to do this. So, we're financing it. That's the thing about independent artists, man. I have all the respect in the world for everybody doing it. You write the songs, you perform the songs, you record the songs, you pay for everything, you promote the songs, you market the songs, you buy merchandise, you design you do all that. Our videos. Oh, dude, it's fucking nuts. I mean, it's crazy.
That's the next song.
Right. But we're blessed like the video for That Shine. We went down. That's all shot in a day. It was shot down at in Nashville at the Grand Hyatt.
Wow.
And we're blessed in that our drummer is one of the top videographers in Nashville. He is absolutely fucking amazing. So
that helps.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we go down. We just done some shots for Your Love Is a Rumor and Mr. Big Shot. So those videos are going to be coming here before long. But it's just, it's just hard because, we still got to work. Everybody's got a full-time job. Everybody's still doing their thing. It's just tough to get it out there. But we've been blessed in that our fans, man, it blows me away. We played Hog Rock last year, and it's at Cave in Rock, Illinois. And we've got some fans that live, they're in Illinois, but it's close to St. Louis. And they drove over to see us, right? So they drove over to Hog Rock. And Hog Rock,
right.
If you're not familiar, it's a rally, it's a festival, it's a bike rally.
Right.
And so
I figured that much.
They paid, they paid the entry fee, they paid all that. They came in, they watched us perform, they talked with us, hung out with us for a little bit, and then they left. You know what I mean? And it astounds me that these people, and they also drove from St. Louis to Nashville to see us play. We've got another fan who drives up when we play around Knoxville area. She lives in North Carolina. She drives up. She's got our logo tattooed on her.
Really?
She asked me, she messaged me and asked me, she said, can I get this tattooed on me? I said, yeah, I mean, absolutely. And and I was like, are you sure you want to do that? And she said, yes. And I'm just like, fuck, what? It blows my mind,
Right.
But we're blessed, man. We really are. We're blessed. We've got great fans. They're very loyal. They're just honest, hardworking, blue collar people, man, who's out here just trying to fucking live. And they enjoy. I think that's what they enjoy about us is the fact. I mean, we're the same way. We just love music, man. There's no frills with us. We're not trying to be something we're not. I mean, we just go out there on stage and we do what we do, and we want everybody to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. We hope everybody does. If we're playing for 2 hours, we want for 2 hours you to forget about all the bullshit in your life and just come hang out with us and have a good time. Don't give a damn about your politics. Don't care, who you sleep with. We don't care what your race is. We don't care who you worship or who you don't worship. Come and just have a good time and let your hair down and have fun and fuck the rest, because you got to get back to, you got to get back up and do the same thing.
You got a good attitude. Well, because you just answered like 3 questions I was going to ask. What engages you with the audience, as far as face to face? Because number one, what I've heard and I've learned, and it doesn't take much to learn this kind of stuff, that the biggest way for most people on any level to make money is, performing.
Right.
And, then of course merchandise and things like that. It's hard to sell music. So, when you create a show and you create this formula to attract people to come, over state lines and whatnot, and tattoo themselves,
right.
to come together. I mean, that takes a lot of inspiration. I'm wondering what triggers these fans, because I haven't met them, and I'm wondering, what do you feel? Is it the song? Is it the music, the lyrics themselves? Is it a combination of the way you would, have this one-on-one, face-to-face with the live audience that you perform for? Like you said, 2 hours of just let your hair down and go crazy, and I think that's a good chunk of it. So that's why I said you answered like 3 things. So.
Well, truthfully, honestly, I want to think that it's the honesty, because we are what we are. I mean, we don't drink, like we're not trying to be, excuse me, we're not trying to be, Motley Crue. You know what I mean? Like we don't drink, we don't do all that. I've been sober since 2016. I don't drink, but we don't do any of that stuff. A couple of the guys may have a little drink or something afterwards. We don't go out on stage fucked up. We go out on stage. So when you see us acting the fool on stage, we're not drunk. There's no excuses. We're just idiots. You know what I mean? We have a good time, man, and it's real for us. You know, the music is real, man. The whole thing is real. Because the truth is, and I may piss some people off here, and I hope I don't. But the truth is that in the entertainment business, there's too much fake shit as it is.
Oh yeah.
Everybody is fake. Everybody, it seems like, you know, is just fake. They're just all pretending to be everything they're not. And when you come see Tattered Sons, when you talk to Tattered Sons, you're going to get as real as you can get. And I think people appreciate it. I hope that's what it is. And then I'd also like to think that they go, damn, that bass player's just a sexy motherfucker, and I just want to go see him.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything.
But I'm leaning toward they kind of dig the music and they kind of dig the show. So, you know, but no, man, I mean, truthfully, I think people can see through the nonsense. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that they appreciate the honesty. And like I said, I hope that's what it is.
That's part of the reason I created, you know, this show, because, you know, when I went down there, DJ, worked with all these different people, came down there, met a lot of people, knew a lot of rock and roll people, whatever. I said, you know what, there is a difference between the people that are really trying to kiss up and sell their soul practically, and then there's the real deal. The real. Right. I called it the real. I almost called this trash talk, and I was pulling it in Nashville, and I go, Nash talk, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to find people that were really good, even if they weren't super famous. And right. I wanted people to have an outlet, because I see a lot of people performing and they don't really get to tell their story to the world. And that's part of why I do this. And I have somebody that works with me now, and he's probably watching, Michael Kersey, and I made him my kind of like my producer, so to speak, because he knows, and he's really genuinely seasoned, but also he really loves certain artists. He goes, you know, they may not be world famous, but you know, they're good enough to open up for a major act or something or whatever. Right. And you know, you're going to like them. And you know, the biggest thing for me is that I want somebody like you're doing a phenomenal job, just making me laugh and telling me all these things about you and your band so far. And you know what? That's the story that a really good band should have. How they love their audience and how they love their craft and how they started. You didn't once say to me, which was really surprising, except the sexy motherfucker part. But any than that, it was you know, I'm gonna delete that later. No, I'm kidding. but it was usually, you know, hey man, it's about the money and the fame and it's about this and that. You seem to be happy where you're at, and that's.
Dude, listen. I've got a great life. I've got a great fucking life, man. I do. I'm married to a wonderful woman who supports me. She absolutely she fucking takes care of me. She, whatever crazy idea I come up with, she's right there with me. You know.
What's her name?
Her name is Jennifer. I love her dearly. She's just everything. I've got the greatest kid that you could ever ask for. Like I said, I mean, my middle son plays in the band. You know what I mean? I mean, I play music with my family and my friends. My youngest son plays music. He plays in a band. They're rehearsing tonight. My other kids, they come to the shows. I've got grandchildren, and there's no bigger fans in the world of Tattered Sons than my grandchildren. They absolutely, they can sing every word of every song, and which is a little weird because they don't understand, like Coming Undone. They, you know, they don't know what it's about, thank God. But, you know, it's still a little weird whenever they're singing that song. Yeah. You know, and that's why I said Tattered Sons don't need to be playing in elementary schools. You know what I mean? You listen to the words of Coming Undone. That's the reason that Tattered Sons doesn't need to be playing in a fucking elementary school.
I got you. I got
Some
you.
things, some things need to stay the fuck out of schools. Let's just
Sure.
let kids be kids. But I've got a good life, man. I've got great family. I've got great friends. I play music with them, and these guys are the best dudes ever. They really are. Joe Morgan and I have been friends and played music together for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Tim and Mark, like I said, we've been playing together for a couple, 2.5 years, 3 years, whatever it is. At this
Mm-hmm.
point, those guys, they're great. They're great musicians. They're great writers. They're great performers, and they're even better people. All these cats. So, man, I've got a good life. Would I love to have more money? Absolutely. I wish that I could just do this full time and I didn't have to, get up and go to work every day. But you know what? It's all right because I've got a good life.
Let me give you a shout out to the band members, and then you can tell me if this is the current roster because I'm just reading it here. Usually I remember this stuff, but I'm just the print was so
Right.
smooth. Timothy Stanton Dial, the lead singer.
Yes.
Okay, still with the band, doing good. Is that the one that you said?
Yes.
Okay. And there's Derek Lester bass. That would be you. J.W. Gregory guitar. Joe Morgan guitar. Trace Ritter guitar. Doesn't say lead or rhythm, so I guess you guys don't really have a role there on that, do you?
No. JW is my son. He's the one that's deployed.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not active with us right now. Trace has been filling in, and Mike Smith has been filling in. But Joe's a steady. He's there every show. And then Mark Ali is there. He's playing drums for us.
So it's Mark Ali. It's Allee. I wasn't sure how to pronounce that, And
well, I hope I said it right.
Well, at least you can blame me for that one. Well, that's good.
There you go. Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, there's props to the band right there. So that's the current roster. You guys. Now, let me see. You guys are playing. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me do a video really quick. I found, and then we'll go from there. You can tell me about it, the song, where you guys played, and how you guys were received. Here, let me just play this real quick. Hold on. Right. Here we go. Wow, good job. Yeah, that was nice. Walking shoes, is that the name of it?
Walking shoes, yes, sir.
All right. Now, who was singing that right there? Is
That
your...
that was Tim. That was Tim Dial.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. You guys were up there. You had a full set, full stage. That was nice. All right. I like it. So, where
Yeah,
was that played at?
that was played in Somerset, Kentucky. We opened up for Derek St. Holmes, who sang for Ted Nugent and all that. We
Stranglehold
opened for
down.
him. Yeah, that was January. Yeah, that was the end of January, I think. Yeah, January 27th or something of this year. And that was Richie Rivera playing drums with us at that show. Mark couldn't make it, so we had Richie come in and play drums, and I mean Richie, like Mark, they're just fucking beasts, man. It's sickening how good these fucking guys are. It's just, my God, they're just so good. You know what I mean? But it's a great show, man. That was a good time. We had a great crowd. It wasn't a huge crowd, but it was a great, very interactive crowd. Derek St. Holmes and his band, man, they were awesome. Those guys were amazing to watch and great guys to hang out with. So that was a good night. That was a fun night.
So I know that you guys have got like some performances coming up. Let's see, on July 4th, you've got in Kansas City, Liberty Memorial. You've got let's see, August. You've got I can't even pronounce this thing. Gravis, Metalim Blues, and did I say that right?
Yeah, that was actually scheduled for last year and then rescheduled.
Oh, really?
That's supposed to be down in Knoxville. To be honest with you, I'm hoping it's still on. We haven't heard any of the final details yet, so I'm waiting to hear on that. So really, that one's kind of up in the air.
Sure.
So we don't know. But yeah, our next one is going to be out in Kansas City at the War Memorial out there. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be in Kansas City from July 3rd through the 5th, and so yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I really like how you guys are going into this really cool phase, because I know that you had to go through the murk of 2020 and all that. I mean, that's like a horrible starting time to put a band right at 2019, and then that happens. So I guess for you and your band, now it's about putting out probably more content. Like when you do covers, for example, what do you guys mesh between your originals and, like, what would you say a set list would look like?
Oh man, our set list contains some Aussie stuff, some everything from Aussie to AC/DC to Aerosmith, some old Metallica, Pat Travers. Jesus Christ! I mean, we do a little bit of everything. Sometimes we do some David Lee Roth stuff. Some of his solo band stuff. We do some Kiss. Man, to be honest with you, sometimes we just pull out music like at Hog Rock. We done a couple of songs we'd never played before. It's like, hey, this is a good song and it'll go over, so let's do it. Do you know it? Yeah, I know it. Okay, let's do it.
So does that happen often when you guys throw a song like out of nowhere and you guys just gel perfectly?
Yeah, it happens a lot, actually.
Really? That's a good band. They can do that.
Well, yeah, man, that's what I say. Okay, so we're playing up at Hog Rock and we're about 3 songs in, and all of a sudden, well, maybe 5 songs in. Anyway, all of a sudden the power goes out. Right, the power just cuts out. We lose power, and nobody quit playing. So all you could really hear was drums, right? Because like all the guitars.
Right. I was going to ask.
Yeah, all the power goes out. Nobody stopped. So when the power comes on, boom, we're all right there where we're supposed to be. And then it happened a few songs later. It done it again. And what was really awesome was the people in the crowd, they had no idea that we had lost power. They thought that was just part of it, so they were chanting with us and stuff. You know,
How much did you pay to play at the whiskey? I don't even know what that means. Um, I, I
well, I can answer that. We haven't played at the whiskey, and we don't pay to play.
wow,
So
you got your two answers right there. Nice shot.
yeah, yeah. I'd love to play the whiskey, but yeah, we don't do the pay to play thing, man. I mean, it's hard enough out there, and to be honest with you, I just think that's a terrible way to have to do it. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, 100%. You know, in fact, as a matter of fact, you know, when this is done, it will still be out there for you on YouTube, Facebook, and all the AIs that slice it up, and this way you can put clips you can if you want in your band, on your
Perfect.
Snapchat, TikTok. You know, you have your grandkids do it if you want, and then you know, and it's out there. It's out there forever, and your grandkids when they get older, they can see this and they can see that Grandpa was on the bass player for a really kick-ass rock and roll band, and you know, doing his thing and saying what he feels and being the real deal. I like that. What, as far as you're concerned, being a husband, a father, grandfather, rock and roller, what would be your what would make your bucket list in the world of rock and roll? Like, what would be your musical message that you would want to, you know, put out there in the future, and you know, to leave as a legacy?
You know, really, all I want as far as the legacy goes, really the only thing I'm concerned with is that my family and friends know that I love them, and I've done what I've done, and I've done it honestly, and I've done it as genuine and honestly as I can. You know what I mean?
Right,
Um, uh, you know, it's music, man. I mean, whenever, like when you and I were growing up, you know, there wasn't the internet. You know,
right.
if you wanted to find music, like you had to really dig music to find it. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, you could trade tapes and do things like that. You know, but like where we lived at here, like me and my friends when we're coming up, man, fuck, where we live, dude, there's nothing. You know, I mean, we didn't have anything. So like we would read Circus magazine and Hit Parader magazine, and we that's what we done, and that's how we found out about music, and we traded tapes and stuff. But it was all about the music. There wasn't it wasn't about the image. It wasn't any of that. We didn't know about all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like we saw the pictures, but we were smart enough to know that, you know, I mean, these guys were posing for pictures. You know, it's not like today. Now, you know, I mean, hell, you know what these celebrities eat. You know what I mean? They're sending pictures of their food and all this. I mean, it's crazy, but it's all about music. You know, that's what this has been about for me and for the rest of the guys. I feel comfortable and speak. I don't try to speak for anybody else, but I feel confident that they would agree with me. It's about the music, and that's what I want to leave. I want to leave music that I hope people it will do for somebody like it did for me. I hope there's some 13-year-old kid sitting out there right now, you know, listening and he likes these songs and he goes, man, I want to do that. You know, that's if we can write something and take that to people, get that out there and get that reaction, then I mean we've done our job.
Have you written that song yet, or what's your favorite song right now to date that you wrote?
That that I've written, man, I don't know. I mean, because all of them have a story, man. They're all real. You know what I mean?
Good
They
answer.
all they all have a story.
Nice.
You know, it's like walking shoes. You know, we just heard like that song's been around since '96.
Mhm.
You know,
20 something
uh,
years now. 28
and you
years.
know, yeah. So you know, I mean, they've all got a story, and there's all a reason. They all have a reason they were written, and I don't know, man. I mean, they're all fun to play. You know,
What was
they're
that
all
song about?
what
What was that song about?
walking shoes.
Yeah, since we brought it
At
up.
well, at the time, whenever we wrote it, uh, band I was playing with at the time, we wrote that song. It was a 3-piece band, and so we wrote that song, and it's basically about playing music. It's basically about getting out and just doing what we do. It was kind of written from the perspective of a drifter just doing his thing, and in a lot of ways, man, I mean that's kind of what musicians are, man. You know, we're in and out of town. We hang around for a few hours, maybe a weekend, and then we're gone. And then we move on to the next show, to the next town. And that's kind of what, I mean, that's basically all the song's about. It's just about being a rock guy, being a musician. But I mean, for me, it's all about rock and roll. So,
Well,
but
good for you. That's great.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, keep going.
But yeah, I mean, all the songs they all have a story. There's a story behind all of them. Mr. Big Shot it's my way of making fun of the business. Guys take themselves way too serious in this business. They do. They take themselves way too serious, man. They think more of themselves than what they are. It's the chorus,
I've seen
Mr.
that
Big
a lot.
Shot. Yeah, man on the scene.
Sure.
One day you're going to be king. Only you can dance and sing. It's like, come on, man. And so it's my way of making fun of the business and ourselves, and those people who take themselves way too serious, man. Just relax, have a good time. There's 12 fucking notes on a guitar. There's 12. Stop thinking that you're doing something that's never ever been done before. Just play music and play what you want to play. You know what I mean?
That's a great message right there. If I was, I was almost going to ask you, like, if there was, but you didn't. You just did it. You did it so well. You've got a few out there. I'm going to have to go back and remember some of the things you said, and I'm going to write them down and put them on there for you. I just put down, I don't know if you noticed on the bottom, I'm scrolling there, tatteredsons.com. I'm sure I got, is that it right there? If you guys want to see more of their stuff, they're on YouTube. What other social media platforms are you on? Is that it? YouTube?
Well, we're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And, of course, we're on all the streaming platforms. Like wherever you get your music, we're there. Whether it be, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Amazon, Google, wherever you get
cover
music,
the gambit.
we're there.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, that's, in case you guys are out there, you want to see some stuff that that will just really engage you, then these other guys, Tattered Sons, and, Derek, the bass player, he's on a right track. His mission's good, and he's got a blessed life, as he said. I don't know if I have anything else to ask you. If you wanted to say anything special, I know you gave a shout out to Jennifer, or at least you tried to, right?
Yeah.
And is there anything you might want to add to this?
I have to. She's sitting right beside me, so I have to. No, listen. No, I'm serious. No, man. I mean, really. For everybody that supported us in any way, thank you. That's from the bottom of the heart.
Right.
Again, I don't speak for anybody. I don't try to speak for anybody else, but I feel comfortable that the other guys would agree. Thank you for everybody, for all the support. If you are anywhere close where we're going to be playing, please come to the show. Our goal is to make it a good time. If you show up at a show and you don't have a good time, let us know, man. Let us know what's going on and talk to us, because I mean we're all a little shy, except for Tim. Tim is not shy. Tim is an attention whore. Tim wants all the attention. Tim is a big dude. He takes all the attention. But I mean seriously, man, just engage us, talk to us, let us know what we can do better. Let us know what you think, whether you like it or whether you don't. Let us know. I mean, we just like to do what we do, man, and we hope everybody enjoys it. And for all those who've been there and supported us, thank you. And for the future fans, please come on aboard, man, and just have a good time with us, because that's what this is all about. We're all in this shithole together, and we just all want to have a good time, man.
That's awesome, man. That's rock and roll. Well said. And I thank your lovely other half, who I can't see or haven't seen, sitting beside you to allow us this time to spend with you and share the message of yourself, your life, and of course, Tattered Sons. Go to tatteredsons.com. And yeah, anytime you guys want to put something out there, let us know. Because if I see whoever I've interviewed out there and I put it out there to the world, no matter where they play, whether it's a VFW Hall, Bridgestone Arena, where I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it's somebody's basement. We'll put it out there for you. And, you know, it's just going to get bigger and better for a lot of us out there. And I just wanted to thank you for being such a great guest today.
Well, thank you for having me, man. It's been kind of a journey to get here for both of us, you know, and I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate it. I mean, you know, you've been a blast, man. I wish every interview we done was this easy and this fun. I mean, we've been here almost an hour, man, and it feels like, you know, it's just flown by. So thank you for making it easy. And
my pleasure.
And we appreciate it. We really do, man. And listen, you need to make it to a show. You need to make it to a show.
You did invite me to the last one. You did.
Yeah, I get it, but we definitely want to see you guys at a show, man. It'd be a lot of fun. We have a good time.
All right, I will be there. I promise. Give me some time here in Detroit, and then I'm going to come out and see you. Probably. I wish I had time to come see him on the 4th of July, but I've got other commitments. And
understood.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I can't wait to meet you in real life.
It'll be fun. Yeah, it's just, you know, like I said, man, we just like to have a good time, man. We just like to have fun.
Absolutely. Well, my brother, that's all I got. And thank you for your almost hour of time. And everybody go check them out when they come to town. And we'll post more about them as the future dictates. And you're now part of that world for life, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. All right, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to say goodbye to the people out there. Thank you, brother. Be safe. Anyway, that was great. That was Derek Lester. He could, if you can hear me, Derek, you can hang on for a minute. I'm going to come and see you real quick after I'm done. Then he's in the green room. But thank you guys very much. I'm doing this remotely from the Motor City. I've got the green screen behind me. It's about 90 degrees in here, but I love it, man. I feel great. This was a great interview. I thought he did an amazing job. Very classy, very fun. Yeah, we throw a few F-bombs here and there, but other than that, it's rock and roll, baby. It's never going to be any different. And we just hope that you guys enjoyed it. And as they evolve, I mean, look, they've only been around for 5 years. Some of those songs they wrote were 25 plus years old. And, you know, that's what the music is about. And that's what Nash talks about. It's finding people, past and present, finding their journey, finding their path, no matter how long, no matter when they started. It's that simple. That's easy. We support your music. We want you to get a bigger audience. We want you to make the money you deserve. We want you to find those venues, large or small, that you feel good about, and those audiences that really get you and gravitate to you. That's what this is all about. Okay, so you guys be blessed, like Derek keeps saying out there. You find your love, you find your path, you find your journey, and of course, most of all, the music that makes you feel special inside and keeps you going. All right. So on behalf of Nash Talk on this Thursday summer hot night, keep cool, and we'll see you soon. All right. And let me kick this song in for you. Have a great night.